that gourd. So now what I'd like to do is to open up the floor to questions, because we do have 10 minutes left in the session. So we're back on track. And I'd ask whoever just recently joined to please mute your mic, because we're getting a lot of background noise. Appreciate that. So everybody just check that your mics are muted. Thank you. Okay. So if we could then go around the table. I don't know if we have any questions out there.
I was wondering about the BC Alberta web address. I don't know that it was given.
You bet. It's just vcalberta.ca.
Just that simple.
That simple. And if you put .com, that works. You can put www if you want. You don't have to. We bought every variation we could think of at the time to make sure that it was really easy to find. And if you can't remember, just Google Video Conference Alberta and it should come up as well.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you tell me, has the Alberta government used the system through your organization or through the colleges? Of any of the colleges, has the Alberta government used your system?
I'm not sure.
Who is your question directed to?
Anyone who has the answer.
Can you clarify the system, meaning?
The SuperNet.
Okay. Dave, do you want to answer that?
Sure, I'll take a stab at it.
Okay.
We are connected to a number of networks. We are connected to SuperNet here at the University of Lethbridge. And I'm not sure I completely understand your question, but to answer it, we do use our video conference units to connect to a number of government organizations, Alberta Education, Alberta Advanced Education, and Service Alberta, and the list goes on and on. I know that our senior admin uses it quite often for provincial level meetings so that they don't have to fly to Alberta, to Edmonton, pardon me, quite as often. So in that respect, yeah, the Alberta government has taken advantage of the SuperNet connectivity in order to connect and have meetings. And I know outside of my institution, I know that the Alberta government has been using video conferencing quite a bit within their own departments to connect. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I want to congratulate the institutions for their endeavors to make sure we're connected. But I think the Alberta government lags behind in their own department. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kathy, it's Bill Fricker here with a comment that may follow on as to what Dave was speaking to. And because the Grand Prairie College people weren't able to join, I did want to mention that the connection they have for university transfer with Hinton is an exciting part of Grand Prairie College's business plan. This isn't an experiment that has been going on only for 1 year or two. In fact, they've been doing that as a standard part of their business now for 6 or 7 years. And I think that's particularly exciting because without the assistance of somebody funding a special project, they've been able to make the connection through their sort of distributed group here, and this is part of how they do business. So my hat's off to the students in Hinton who picked up the ball and carried it when we were missing the program people in Grand Prairie. I wouldn't mind asking them a question. How important is it, Hinton students, to be able to take these courses and still live in Hinton? Well, maybe they've returned to their studies. Kathy, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you.
Question from Hannah for Dave Hinger.
Go ahead.
Dave, the question is, we're part of an ICANN project, which is community learning networks that are all currently going to have video conference systems put in various different areas around Alberta. And currently they are not listed on BC Alberta as part of the education network. And we're wondering whether or not that would be a possibility in the future.
Absolutely. The video conference, BC Alberta, in order to put your system in, is completely open right now. You just have to sign up with an account through the social networking system, and you're automatically able to add your video conference system. So it's very user friendly. We've set it up that anybody can add their system. It goes through an approval process so that obviously only appropriate content gets posted. But absolutely, we'd love to have you as part of it. And if you have any issues or you would like a little help getting started, please drop an email to BC Alberta, and we can connect up on a video conference one-to-one, and I can walk you through it.
Thanks, Dave. That'd be wonderful. The other thing that we were wondering about is we've noticed on the front page there are listings for K to 12 and various different levels of education. We were wondering if it could be posted front page as community education.
Absolutely. That's something we haven't had a request for before, but I would love to put that up there for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a question from Leslie, to the panel, who would like to know if there's been any studies to compare the effectiveness of video conferencing courses compared to traditional education. So I'd ask Vicki Gord if you have any comments on that.
Gord here in Edson. A lot of the literature out there that deals primarily with post-secondary education, though, indicates that as far as academic performance is concerned, students at remote sites taking courses by video conference perform as well, or in some cases better, than students in a traditional face-to-face setting. And I know that the sort of anecdotal kind of data that we receive and some of the statistical data that we've studied here from high school kinds of settings verify that research finding at the post-secondary level. One of the things that I look at here is within our division, the courses that we deliver tend to be ones which are optional in nature, are not courses that are traditionally offered within the classroom kind of an environment within our schools. These tend to be a lot of second language courses, a lot of music courses, career and technology courses, Cree language and culture classes, those sorts of things. So from our perspective, we take a look at it as enhancing opportunities and not competing with existing core programming that is currently offered within our regular schools. But as far as performance indicators are concerned, the data that we've collected on this end indicates to us that the video conference environment is comparable to performance that we see within our traditional settings. The perspective that we take a look at video conference courses from is that they're not delivered in competition with the courses that are traditionally offered in the schools, but we may be in competition with courses that the students in our schools may have traditionally taken by print-based correspondence. Next.
If I could just add
we
to
have
that
time.
too, Kathy.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in specific research within Alberta, there is research posted on the BC Alberta website, as well as there's a full review there as well. But I can't really add anything else to what was said already. Thanks.